As many of you probably already know, the Midea U window AC was recently recalled due to mold issues, and in this video I'm going to walk through step by step how to drill a drain hole in here. I haven't heard any update from Midea since I put in my repair request, and I haven't received a kit, so I want to make sure to get a drain hole drilled so the water can properly drain out of here and prevent mold issues. So I'm going to start by getting a Phillips head screwdriver and just remove these screws, which will hopefully give us some access to look inside here and make sure we're not going to puncture any of the important components. And before you start any of this, I would definitely make sure your unit is unplugged inside. So I do want to, just mention that part as well. And I can definitely see that we do have some buildup of grime in here, even though things looked okay on the inside. Out here has water buildup and definitely some stuff starting to grow in there. So we're gonna have to drain that out, and hopefully we can get this cleaned out and back to working order. So the main thing that I'm thinking here is if I drill in the corner, which I've seen in some other YouTube videos, that should help me to avoid these coils, and that's really the main thing to look out for here. So I'm going to try to drill as close as I can to the corner to avoid those coils. And just for visibility, I actually think I'm going to take off these top screws as well, so I can get this whole side panel off. Alright, so it's not off all the way, but should help give us a little better view. So now you can really see what's going on in there, and that is pretty nasty, and there is probably a ½ inch of water in there, which is unbelievable. So I'm going to start off with a pretty small drill bit. This is a 5/64, and I'm going to put it really deep in the chuck too, so when I drill through that bottom, this will prevent or hopefully reduce the risk of me piercing something that I don't want to. So I'm just going to try to go in the furthest point out here in the corner. And I also have a spring-loaded punch. I'm going to use this to kind of create a little divot that will allow me to drill. So that'll just kind of give me something for the tip to bite into. And in case you can't see already, we've got a river flowing out of here. So that will hopefully help get some of this junk out of here. And then part 2 is going to be cleaning out the inside to make sure that we don't have anything nasty ending up in our AC. So I didn't intend to have to do this when I started, but I think I'm going to take these screws off the other side as well so we can open this up, and that's going to help make cleaning this out a little bit easier. So my initial game plan was just to drill the one drain hole, but I think what I'm going to do is actually drill another drain hole here on the left side just to make sure that this thing is completely draining out. And just so you can see what this side, there's a little bit less clearance, but should still be plenty of space for us to drill. All right, so we've got 2 drain holes drilled, and we'll wait, let this drain out, and then we'll get it cleaned out. So it looks like the water is just about done draining out. There's still a little bit of debris in here. So what I'm going to do now is show you guys how I'm going to clean this out, and hopefully we'll get this looking good as new. So I brought with me a couple of supplies, just some regular drinking water, some bleach that's in this cup, and some clean baby wipes, and some long pliers, and then some Q-tips. I think this would be easiest if I had long Q-tips, but I didn't have any here, so I'm going to work with what I have. So I'm going to start by seeing if I can just pull some of this bigger debris out. It looks like there's like some leaves and stuff in here. The good thing is, as I'm going through this, I'm realizing I don't think this is mold. I think this is mostly just debris from trees and stuff. So that's kind of reassuring because I was not feeling too good about how that looked. But I'm gonna clean this nonetheless. So I started off with just the pliers holding the baby wipe, and now I have the Q-tip with the bleach on it. I'll try to bleach this all out. So not perfect, but I think we are looking a whole lot better. So our drain holes have been really effective. I let it just drain all that bleach and water out. You can see how much better it looks. But I did want to point something out in case you don't feel like taking the sides off. Now this would be a little bit risky, but if your assembly is the same as mine, you'll see there's kind of a channel in there. And if you look at the bottom, you can see there's kind of a little horseshoe shape on the bottom. So two things: one, that's going to be most likely the lowest point, but two, you can see at the back of that there's actually no obstruction above it. So if you have your drill bit set to not go very deep, you could theoretically do this without taking the cover off, and you would be able to see through the sides too. Probably not worth the risk because of how little effort it is to take the side off, but just kind of something to note that you could just drill in the back of that channel, assuming your design is the same as mine. So that is the caveat that I'll put. So now I am going to just drill a second drain hole on each side and then put these sides back on, and this project should be all done. And for your screws, you're just going to want to put the short ones on the top, long ones on the bottom in case you got it mixed up. All right, so we should be all set now. In the future, you can just kind of pour water down the sides if you wanted to clean it out, get it drained out. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope that you found this video helpful. And if you did, please make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. Have a great day.